Welcome back to CRF3 on a Monday. 12 minutes into qualifying now with Durgosvap controlling the pace right now in P1. Only 5 drivers out right now, and there's actually had 2 DNFs already, which is interesting. Maybe a crash or some issues at the start of qualifying. We'll run on forward on Andy Ring right now as he comes through into the last sector. So validation. Yeah, he's validated that through that corner. So it's Wolf in the Ferrari on his lap. Just begun his lap now. He's going to be looking to get a lap on the board. Try and not get any invalidations and just get a banker in really the rest of the session. A little bit of traffic in his way there, but gets out of the way in the nick of time. Looks pretty clean, to be honest, at the moment. Oh, he's gone wide, unfortunately. I'm expecting big things today from Ferrari, especially after what Jack's been waffling about in the chat. That's the Williams round as well. It's a commentator's curse right now. What else we got towards the end of the lap? The Aston Martin, boxed, and McLaren's on a lap. No, we'll go on board with NSC Vickers as well. We've got John as well ahead. These are 2 quick guys. Definitely could put a lap. Definitely in the top 3 right now. He's going slow, John. Interestingly. I think he's invalidated on the exit, and he's invalidated there on the exit, and he's lost his lap, unfortunately. So he's going to have to go around for another one, and hopefully have enough fuel to do another lap on these set tyres. NSC Vickers through turn 1, 2, and 3 looks pretty clean there. Slightly missing the apex on 4, but hits the 5th one. Not running it too wide, so he's keeping it in track limits into turn 6. A little bit wide, but if he can get the acceleration, which he has done, not really too much spinning in the wheels. And he's through there into turn 7, just after the 50 metre board, so to keep it in track limits. He's not really exceeded them that much, but obviously just presumably going for a bank here. Turn 8 and 9. Once again, very clean, nice exit there. That's going to gain him a lot. Down to turn 10, the chicane. This is a very tough corner to not invalidate, and he's just taking it safe again. Not really risking it on this lap, just going to get a banker in. Going down the straight, trying to make the track as thin as possible. Slightly misses the apex again. But it looks like a pretty clean lap and should put him, I'd say, low 15s maybe? Yeah, low 15s into P3, just ahead of his teammate there. Haskell, he's on his lap. Oh, he's pitting now. Off his out lap, interestingly. Is John going to go for a lap? That is the question. Is he going to have enough fuel? Looks like he's going to go for it. We've got Wes as well. We've got Wes on a lap right now. Let's turn the telemetry. Through this difficult section again. I think Wes attacks that a little bit more than Vickers did. Should have given him a little bit of time. It was a nice exit off that corner. 2 more corners to go now. Can he put himself on pole? Because he did so well last week winning the Grand Prix. Can he go on provisional pole? Only 6th. Interesting. Maybe made a mistake in that lap, or he's just lacking a slight bit of pace around here this weekend. John right now doing a good job. Looks pretty clean through there. A nice exit. Let's see what the split time is. He's on purple middle sector, I think, there. Nice and clean there. Slightly, there's a lot of revs there. Might have lost him a little bit of time with wheel spin before he goes off. Getting out of the way. Going through the final 2 corners. Is he going to put it in the top 5? I think Jack is also behind him, getting possibly slightly a bit of a tow. Will be. And that's Jack up to pole with a 14.4. That's a quality lap. 14.4 from yesterday. He'd have been... What was the laps time yesterday? A 14.4 is really quick though. That's like back end tier 1 pace. So Jack, after all he said in the chat, I mean, he's showing some unbelievable pace right now. Especially more than he did last season with his wash season. Season 4. Trying to return. Thomas Finks gets ahead of his teammate again. Just the McLaren swap positions right now. The 15-1, it's another very solid lap from him. The McLarens and Ferraris look very strong at the moment. It's a shame to see Apex Capes down with the retirement because he was looking pretty strong from his TT laps, and he definitely has the pace to do something. He's gone board Mike on the second lap now. He's going to be trying to improve on that 17.8, which he definitely can do. He's got much more in the bag than that. Some nice short shifting. Taking that quite aggressively actually. That was a pretty good line from Mike. He's gained him a couple of tenths on the guys ahead of him. Can he put his car in the top 10 and get in the 15s? Late braking, hitting that apex. Tries to run it as wide as he can. Get on the power as early as possible. Probably a little bit delayed on the throttle, but it's not too much, and it's a run up to the line. And it's... is he invalidated? Maybe? I don't know, or maybe just improve. I think he might just improve, but not enough to get to 13th. Andy Wrinkle around the final corner now in his first time lap. Is he going to get the top 10? Up to P11. Pretty solid lap from Andy Ring, the Alpine. Like he's on a lap. But the AlphaTauri's on a lap right now. Pias. Around the final 2 corners. Pias has been very unlucky recently with the, I think, drive-throughs he's been suffering with, and that's really been affecting him, but he's got the pace. It's not a good performance, it's just not quite there yet. I think he's going to go on a lap though now. So we'll stay on board with Pias right now. Through turn 1, slightly taking that sausage curve, probably lost a little bit of time, but not too much. I think Pias plays on pad as well, so he's definitely going to be struggling around a track like this. Slightly wide there, that would have lost him a reasonable amount of time. He's probably going to back off now. Let's go on board with... Who have we got? The Alpine. Let's see the sign. Okay, Adrian's on that. 16, okay, Iceman. Still in the pits. Iceman's the only driver right now to have not set a lap. So that's very interesting for him because I'd expect him to be up in that top 8 for sure. I mean, John's in P8 and he's definitely got the pace to be up there fighting for the win. So it's interesting to see him down there. Let's go on board with someone on our lap, I think. Well, no, NFC Vickers on his lap now. Coming towards the end. I think might have been a purple sector there, so he might be on for at least second here, if not pole. But Jack has stretched his lead so much. He's actually gone out quite early. Going out early for their outlaps right now. NFC Vickers up to the line. Is he gonna be able to improve? Yes, he does. Into the 14s just pips. It's Wolf and the Ferraris. That's a very good lap for him. Can he get round now to set another lap maybe? It's going to be tough. He's going to have to really get around the track quickly. On board with the Elias, the one. He's going to start his lap. This is probably going to be his last run. The first driver to have his last run now. In 13th place. Gone a little bit wide there. That's not going to be a good run. That's going to be an invalidation. Or it's not, but his lap's over there. He's going to have to reset, go for another one. Save some fuel. Let's go on board with John, who's going to go start his lap now. Taking a lot of sausage curve there. Should be alright though, he kind of just bumped over it. And a pretty clean first 3 corners. Come on, take this as wide as possible. Kick it in. It's pretty cool, no? Okay, he's 3 tenths down, so he's gonna go again, interestingly. Wes now, I think, will be the next driver to set his lap. That looks very clean for the first couple of corners. That should be gaining him a lot of time for this first split. Hitting the apex perfectly. Oh, God. Nice. Oh, why my game? Oh, why I've got Teams messages coming through, man. My bloody teacher. I don't want to listen. Stupid psychology, man. Ruining Wes's lap. He's up anyway. He's up by a couple of tenths coming through the first sector. We've joined him back now, coming through the most technical part, and he's gone purple through the middle sector, and he's up by almost 2 tenths. So, I mean, I don't know how he's done that. I don't know how if that's a glitch, because 2 tenths isn't that much compared to the gap he's trailing Jack at the moment. Going around the last couple of corners now and up to the line. Is he going to be able to put his car into the top 3? It's going to be close, I think. No, he doesn't actually. He improves, but he doesn't get ahead of Turbo, interestingly. We've got an Aston Martin coming around now. Is that TTV Syndical? Yeah, it is. There's no invalidation on his lap, and I think he was 7 tenths up coming to the second sector, so he's going to be improving by a lot right now. That's P11 just missing out on that top 10. On to Turbo Sphinx, who's going to be going for his lap now. He's obviously invalidated, he's going to go for another run on a slightly lower fuel load. Let's go on board. Ferrari's slow. We've got the Williams slow. We've got the Haas. Check up over someone who's going to come for the lap. That'll tire looks like he's pushing. See the job. Not bad guy actually doing a lap. Yeah, Mike. Okay, so Mike's on a lap. He's the next person I think to come around the line. Everyone's leaving it very late right now. To do their laps. So let's be fair, this is 10 minutes ago. I might have been misjudging that. It's just because of these yellow flags. I need to remove that. It's so annoying. Just spamming yellow flags. Anyway, Mike coming around the final corner. Is he going to be able to improve on his lap and get up the field? And that's P16 for him. P15 for him. He's just off Elias and the Haas. That's very unfortunate for him because I think he definitely had the pace for it. Turbo coming around, that's another invalidation. I think his thing's over. His qualifying's over. Burgos is going to just make it to the line. And we have the team with the Aston Martin here. TTV Syndical. He's going to go for a lap. Nice boy, going to be boxing. Andy Ring, out lap. Right, so we got the Williams behind. So the 7-7 is usually the first one to come around. We're going to have a lot of drivers coming around now. Actually, let's go on board with Jack right now. He's going to be coming up to the line, and this is an invalidation. It's Wolf. Can he go to the top spot? No, he can't. He doesn't even move up. He's down by 2.8 seconds. Must have made a mistake in that lap. Andy Ring. No, it's not Andy Ring. It's Adrian. He's coming to the line. The Haas. Trying to keep up. Elias stays 14th. We've got an AlphaTauri behind. A Giddy that goes to 7th. Kinnon boxes. We've got the Alpha and Romeo. Mike. Actually going to push the line here. I think he's down this time, though he knows it yet. Iceman doesn't even set a lap time in the end. Let's go on board with the Red Bull of Durgos Fat, though. Who might be able to go onto pole here through the last couple of corners. Is he going to be able to displace Jack with his dominant qualifying performance he's made? I think that's rain actually falling towards the end. And he's improved, but it's not enough for him. Unfortunately, Andy Ring's the only guy left on track, but he's got no battery. I'm doubting he can improve, especially with the rain coming down now. And I'm pretty sure this will be your grid for the race, unless he can pull out a miracle. Oh, he's actually got into P11. That's respectful of him. But Jack takes pole with a 14.4. Unbelievable lap from him. Definitely all that talk in the Discord chat was for real. Durgos Fat in P2 though, great performance by him. And I mean, anyone in the 14s, incredible pace. If you're in the 14s, that is some skill. Especially for tier 3. That's actually Iceman joining. Was he not in the session that time? I don't remember him leaving. Anyway, your final grid order. We have Jack in P1 with a 14.4. And Dergos Vap around 2.5 tenths back in second place. Third place, you have Vickers. Fourth, it's Wolf in the second Ferrari, and in the second McLaren we have Turbo Sphinx. Then top three, I think, will be really battling, and Wes is also there in P6. Get a bit of a drop back, about 4 tenths to Giddy and John. Really far down right now. He's going to want to fight his way through, trying to battle for that lead. Just going through the end of the pack, we have Pias, Kinneon, Andy Ring, the 7-7s, TTV Syndical, Elias, Mike, Adrian, Iceman, Apex Capes, Chowdy, and EBN, EB4N, whatever. I'd quite like to see a bit of rain in that qualifying session, especially at the start, because it makes it always interesting. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, the sky looks pretty overcast right now. It wouldn't surprise me if there is going to be some rain in this race. Imola provides it usually, so yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we do get some sort of intermediate weather, and it really mixes up the strategies of people. I know if you get a safety car and, you know, rains out by 5 minutes, some people will box them inters and just risk it, because if they can get that, if it does start raining while the safety car's going, you can gain so much, and it's just, yeah, it's an obvious call, but people do struggle to call that. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the CRF3 Imola Grand Prix, and it's a wet. My throat's just died. And we're away. We're away. Dead commentary by me. Jack and Tillman is almost 3 wide. Jack's going to try and hold it on Dergos Vap, coming into turn 2, and I think he has done. Dergos Vap pulls him behind, and now we've got the other Ferrari going for the 1-2 for Ferrari right now. He's going to go down the inside into turn 4, and he makes that move. Dergos Vap leaves the door open, and Vickers going slightly wide. And there is Turbo Sphinx trying to battle with his teammate, and naturally NFC Vickers goes slightly wide, and that could give the opportunity for Wes. There's a couple of things going on in the background, some shenanigans. Iceman's already out, already left the session again. Clearly having internet issues today. It's very unfortunate for him. I would like to see him fighting up here as he did last season. But it's a Ferrari 1-2. At the moment, it should be for the first lap. That's a really good start for them, and now they should be able to control that pace and look for a good result. These two were actually Williams' teammates last season and really struggled for pace. They're actually going to battle though. Are they going to battle? Is always Wolf's going to sit behind? He's going to sit behind. Smart decision there. The Ferraris now just need to build that gap, and I think with Jack's pace, Wolf wouldn't mind just holding on to his DRS right now, and that should help his race. Jack trying to break that gap, and actually that's Giddy round from about P7. That's unfortunate for him. It's not what you want to see from someone with such a great qualifying this weekend. But it is as it was, sorry, in the lead. Turbo Sphinx going for a move now. It's very close between them, 2 McLarens and the Alfa Romeo. Yeah, I think Wes has gone around the outside there. He's going to try and stick it down the inside, and he has made that move. Wes up to P5. Great move from him. I'm very sorry if I cough a bit. I've just got an awful cold right now. PS into P8 as well. Was that damage? That's possible damage, maybe. I saw some either carbon fibre. I think, yeah, that is damage. That is PS with damage. There's clearly been some contact. That's unfortunate, and that's in the McLaren round. That is the McLaren round with John. Presumably, John trying to go for an interesting move into that corner, and I mean that is not a corner you want to be making moves in. Really, you want to sit behind and try and wait for that DRS straight. But he has made that move, and that has become costly. In the lead, though, we've got the 2 Ferraris and the Red Bull of Dergos Vap really breaking away from the pack right now. 2.5 seconds back to Wesboy. And he's going to need to make that gap up, because DRS is so strong down this track. It's such a long straight, and with the slipstream and everything, you can gain so much. Apex Cape's going for a move. He's come from the back of the grid already, and he's come to 9th, so that's an unbelievable start from him. Let's just go on to the tyre, to position change. Yeah, he's come up 9, so he's the biggest winner with the biggest loser right now of Turbo Sphinx, who's actually had to pit very early on, and obviously Giddy's gone down a couple of his places. Also John in P14 without incident. It's not what you want to see from someone like John, who's definitely been so consistent over the last 2 seasons. But I'm sure it was just a mistake, and you know, you live and you learn. And that is actually Pias down the inside of Andy Ring. So Pias didn't have damage. I don't know why he let Vickers through, or I don't know who it was actually, but yeah, Pias looked like he had damage, but of course I don't think he does, and he's going to want to try and get back in that DRS train of Vickers. Jumping back to the lead of the battle right now, we've got 2 Ferraris very close, 3/10 away, and DRS will be online now, so it wouldn't surprise me if Itwolves tries to go for the move here and gets up the field. 4/10 gap, and yeah, the closing speed is so dramatic. This is what I'm talking about, DRS-wise, slipstream-wise. So you gain so much, and that is the Ferrari of Itwolf going through to the lead. Looking back, Mike is getting ahead. By the way, Mike in P7. What a start from him. I don't know how he's done that, but he's up to P7 and he's looking quite good. He's got past Andy Ring and he's got some pace. He's holding on to Pias. I mean, if he holds on to Pias, that'd be unbelievable. Considering where he was in qualifying, I don't know if he had issues in qualifying, but he is looking a lot more racy right now. Wandy going to go down the inside, or Apex Cave's going to go right down the inside of Andy Ring. He's keeping it side by side. Very clean racing by them two right now. And I think he will clear him. Yes, he will clear him. Back to the lead fight again. So we've got John going down the inside. Outside, actually, of the 7-7s. Interesting move. Iceman, obviously not here. I might try and get an invite off to Iceman quickly. I don't want to see him out. Oh, no, there we go. Someone actually has it. Let's have a look at the tyre situation right now, actually. So, a lot of medium runners, in fact. Oh, Iceman's straight out again. Yeah, big issues for him right now. Couple of soft runners though. Where's on the softs? Clearly, I mean, he's got that good start, so it might be working for him. We've got Jack behind, and he's going to look for that move around the outside. Is it going to be side by side into turn 1? No, Jack clears, and it will just hold back. I mean, this is the best thing they can do right now. I mean, it's almost a second gap to Durgosfap, and if they can break away, they will be chilling. Eliassen's the pits, 5-second penalty as well, which is unfortunate to see. Oh my god, I feel embarrassed for that 5 red lights and not speaking. Away we go. Elite commentary. So yeah, Wes 3 seconds back. He doesn't look like he's gaining too much right now. Kind of just stabilising that gap, and that's not looking good for him. In that fight for the podium, he's going to really have to hope for a safety car early on and box them hards to kind of just stabilise everyone's strategies. I feel like it's interesting to see that not many people have gone for hards though. I would have thought people would have gone hards at the start, because notoriously hards is just a much more consistent strategy to run at the start. But of course, obviously with the risk of safety cars at the start, you can box those hards, I guess, and you can get a big advantage. That's the only logic I think on it. Still a pretty big gap. Itwolf was closed back into 4/10, but I think Jack is starting to break away now at the front. Durgosfap just hanging on with these leaders, so he's doing a good job right now. Pias, he's actually got ahead of Mike again. Oh no, I think Mike... Yeah. No, I think Mike actually might have overtaken him last lap. Well, Mike's doing a good job anyway. Nonetheless, P4 and P7 for Alfa Romeo looking very good again, considering I'm pretty sure they will be leading the constructors. But I mean, after this race, Ferrari do what they're doing right now. Wouldn't surprise me if they stay there, if they go to the top of the pile. It is nice to see though those 2 Ferrari men that were Williams drivers last season and really did struggle for pace and consistency. Have really now stepped up to the plate here in CRF3 this season and are just showcasing some immense pace around the San Marino Grand Prix. That's the McLaren on a Turbo Sphinx. He's having issues again. Unfortunate to see him, because he was really battling up there again, and he won't be happy in that cockpit, knowing that the result was on. And Jack has actually made a mistake. Jack has made a mistake while I was saying that. Must have been possibly coming through the chicane, but he has dropped back 1.2 seconds. He will be able to gain that back. I've no doubt about it, but that is not good for him, and that's going to put pressure on. It's Wolf 1/10 behind, just under a tenth there, so it's very close between the two ahead. Getting on board now with Veros's Fat. Really, really, really close right behind, and that's a mistake for the Ferrari man ahead, and it's going to be possibly side by side into the fast left-hander. Who's going to lift first? They're both going to go for it. Stay side by side, and the Ferrari pushes him. I mean, that's fully legal there from him. It was his corner, so brilliant defence from It's Wolf. Veros's Fat sits back. That's NFC Vickers out. That's NFC Vickers out. That's a safety car. No way. I don't believe it. NFC Vickers 2 races on the spin. Having an awful time of it. The Constructors' Championship, the guy who won the Constructors' Championship last year with F50, he's got no points off 2. So unfortunate to see. And is anyone going to box for hards? I think if this is me right now, I box for hards. I mean, the hards probably can get to the end from here. It's going to be tight, but I would box for hards right now. Is the Ferrari going to come in? Yes, he is. Is the Red Bull going to follow? I think we're going to see a lot of people following right now. Jack is in. Wes will 100% come in, and he's actually going to get a lot of time on Jack. I might even pick him in the pits because the Ferraris are going to have to double stack. Pias coming in as well, and Apex looks like he's going to come in. Mike's coming in. Possible double stack there and Apex. Well, Apex is also. I mean, the big winners here, Apex and Mike. What a result they're doing right now. I think everyone literally is coming in. Is anyone going to take gamble and stay out? Giddy comes in. Iceman stays up. Obviously, that's an AI car, and that's actually contact into the pits. Adrian does hit. Shout into the pits. Not what we want to see. Iceman is stayed out, and that's really not going to be nice for the people behind him. Yeah. The AI car obviously doesn't really jump off the start very well, so you can be affected very badly. If you're behind, because you can lose maybe a second on the safety car restart, because it just doesn't react to the car ahead very well. So that from Andy Ring down really can be costly, and it can also be really annoying because, like, especially if you overtake it, seems to slow down. So hopefully this doesn't cause any issues. I mean, we can maybe get Iceman back in now, but he seems to have a lot of issues, so I wouldn't count on it. No, he's gone off, so that's fortunate to see that Iceman's gone from this race. That's technically now 2 DNFs. Iceman will probably be DSQ'd in this race because obviously we don't want to see, we don't want AIs getting points. That is 18 runners out of 20 right now, but it's been, I think, reasonably clean. From the start, I've not seen many. Well, I don't think there has been many incidents. I think the only possible incident there was between John and Turbo. And maybe Jack, but I think Jack may have made a mistake. So yeah, I don't think Wolf was not that close behind. So I'm presuming he made a mistake. And that's Jack actually faking into the pits. Interestingly, he's actually the only on. Okay, actually, Iceman has now pitted. It doesn't look like there's going to be rain. You went wide. I see. Yeah. That's understandable. I mean, you won hards now, I'd have done the same as you, so I think you're looking pretty good. And you've definitely got the pace on those hards to stay with the guys ahead, so I think where you're sitting, you're doing fine. Because the medium runners ahead, I don't think we'll be able to bring those tyres to the end. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just run through the tyres. So we've got the 2 leaders right now, It's Wolf and Veros's Fat, on the medium tyres. Jack behind on the hard tyres, which can definitely stay with these 2 ahead. Lee's Boy now back in the fight really for those top positions with his safety car in P4, and Andy Ring up to P5 on those mediums as well. Mike's gone for the on the strategy with the hards. Interestingly, I think it's the right call, honestly. So I hope he does well. If no other safety car comes out, he'd be right in the money to maybe even get a podium here. So some really nice pace has been shown by Mike, and I hope he can produce a result. Pias on soft, the one or two, actually both the AlphaTauris have gone on soft, which is interesting. Maybe some communication call there. John trying to recover now on P8 on mediums, Apex keeps on hards, and round out the top 10 we have TTV Syndical on the mediums. I think Apex keeps has been caught up in the pits there though, because he was further up and he's dropped a lot of positions. I think he must have double stacked with Virgos, and that's really cost him a lot of points. Sorry, a lot of places at the start. Looking down further the grid, I think also Turbo maybe gains some position. Well, that's someone off. That might be just Turbo International. That's a good thing actually, the internet is pretty stable. And it's Wolf has gone just on the exit of the final corner, and is there going to be a move into turn 1? He's got the ERS button on, I think he's going to go for it straight away here. Down into turn 1, is he going to make that move? There's obviously contact in the background now, and he's not going to make that move. He's going to stick behind. Andy Ringo's down the inside, I think, there, of Mike. Oh no, of Weezboy actually. So Weezboy's dropped the position there after I thought he was going to hang on. Mike holds to Pias, but I think it's a matter of time before Pias goes through, and there's not much need of Pias to hold behind. That's Apex Capes, and that's actually TTV Syndical dropping 4 spots there. Has he got damage? TTV Syndical drops 4 spots in one go, and that's Inters. What the hell? Gideon to Inters. So is there going to be rain? I don't know what that call was about. It's fully dry on my screen, so unless he's taking well, I'm presuming he's taking a Ferrari strategy. Or he's got the Notto on the front phone. Plan Z. Right, going back on board with Dergos. Is he going to go for a move into turn 1 this time? He looks like he's not burning ERS now. He's just going to save it and he's going to just hold behind. Jack's also doing that, but he's dropped it a little bit. Obviously, those mediums are going to be quicker right now, so this is fine. The Apex keeps past Mike. He is definitely going to be pushing up. I was just saying, he started at the back and he's doing a brilliant job coming through his Apex. And definitely going to be fighting for those top positions. Vickers leaves. Unfortunate for you, Vickers, mate. And that's actually TTV Syndical round, that's a virtual safety car. Interesting spin through there, might be in contact, and that was actually positions changing between Kimmy and John. John must have lost positions as the safety car restarted. What's going on? Exactly, Ice wasn't even here. Did he just drive the box? Very interesting AI system. Is he going to come on out different tyres? He's back on Inters. Okay. I don't get this at all. I don't get why he's gone back onto Inters. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god! No way! Kinneon's out. I don't know what's he done there. What has he done there? Kinneon maybe crashing into the back of someone in the safety car? I'm surprised it's not a full safety car. Mike and Apex have moved, and that's Giddy with a drive-through. What on earth's happened? Oh my god, no. So he's had contact with... What? John, Apex, Turbo in. What on earth has just happened there? That's not nice to see. I mean, Turbo's gone to Inters as well. There must be rain coming. There's the only explanation right now. But I don't understand now why Jack would have gone to hards. If there was rain coming, wouldn't you have gone soft or mediums at least? And that's a full safety car, I think. What? Okay, that's very delayed. Oh no, oh my god, no. Turbo might have just played this an absolute masterclass. So everyone's gone round the pack pretty much, other than him. He's boxed to Inters, so he's now going to catch up to the pack. quickly before all these may come in for a pit stop. I mean, if rain's out there, you know, 5 minutes or even a couple of laps, right now, I just box Winters. You may as well. If Turbo's play the masterclass here, this is unreal. He just needs to get a move on though, because I think he'll still come out behind leaders. I don't know if he's got a delta. It looks like he's got a delta right now, because he's not pushing at all. Yeah, sorry, Kinneon, mate. I didn't see it on stream. So I mean, give it a report, mate, if you want. It definitely looked very, very interesting considering it was safety car. Is anyone actually going to come in right now? People aren't boxing. The Williams of Showey's come in, and TTB Syndicate. I mean, anyone at the back now, you may as well just risk it. Are these going to be Inters they're going to go going on to? Is it Inters? Is it Inters? It's another set of mediums, and it's another set of mediums, I think, again. There's 2 sets of mediums. Changing the wing as well, so they've also had contact. I don't know what's going on in the safety car. Races have been so clean, and then a couple of incidents in the safety car has really caused a lot of issues, I think, for some people. Yeah, I mean, John and Apex and Sauce right now could really come through the field on this fresh soft. They're going to be so quick. And if it does rain, those softs are going to be just like heated up so much more than all the other tyres. So just watch out for them. They should be able to just like cut their way through the field right now. I still can't see any rain. No, I do see rain. Oh my god. I don't believe this. Turbo may, as I said, may have pulled an absolute masterclass of a strategy off here. Because if everyone has to pit either this lap or next lap, I mean, I think if the Aston Martin catches the safety car right now of Syndical, then we will come in this lap, but he's got to do it very quickly, and the Ferrari's actually backing off. Is it going to come in this lap? I think he might go for another lap. Are people going to pit right now? Are people going to pit? Yeah, it's coming in this lap. It's coming in this lap. Unbelievable. It's right on the right. I mean, that's such a late call for safety car. Jack's been caught out on the throttle limiter. Nothing he could really do, and we're all going racing so quickly. I was not expecting that. And we're coming down into turn 1 now. Just watch. You need to watch Turbo here because it's starting to rain now. Track's going to be becoming greasy. It still looks dry, but he could, if he gets a whole pit stop on them, he's going to be up in the lead of the genuinely up in the lead of the race. Also, watch out for Apex Clips, who's gone down the inside of the 10th. He's already gained about 3 or 4 positions, and he's all over the back of Adrian right now. Let's actually go on board with him because he's going to be cutting his way through the field right now. Are we going to see a dive bomb into here? No, Adrian's holding his own on those hards, but I think Apex will go for this move. Has the superior grip, has the superior speed. He's going to go down the inside. We've actually got Syndical and Elias on Inters. I don't know why they didn't pit for Inters. I guess it was a risk, but I mean, from where they were at, I didn't see a problem with it. Mike's got no grip. I don't see much problem with that, to be honest. It's really unfortunate for Mike because he was doing so well. He's still doing very well at P8, but yeah, it's unfortunate to see that he is going to be dropping back now. Apex is going to be going down the inside, and Mike's kind of just letting that one go. There's no point in fighting it because John's also going to be coming through, and we've also got the Williams and Showey. Durgos back, 4 tenths behind. Still not wet enough though, so Turbo is hanging on in there right now. But he is, there's still such a loss of time. Is John going to go into the pits for Inters? If he's gone for Inters here, he's got another wing change. Okay. It's probably about 70 grand down the toilet for Mercedes this weekend. For front wings. Wheezy down the inside of Wheezy dropping a position there to Andy Ring. Andy Ring, again, from the back of the grids, pretty much. Or he's like mid-field, I think. Unbelievable pace. Honestly, unbelievable pace. He's 7 positions up. He did it last week, came 3rd, I think. Doing it again this week. yeah, it's crazy stuff from Andy Ring. But Wes is still staying with. Going to go back on board with Apex. He's going to go for a move on the Williams in the 7.7s, and he's going to probably stick it into the corners. I don't think the Williams is going to hold. And that's this Wolf with a 3-second time penalty in the lead. He's got that 3-second time penalty now, and that's going to really affect him, probably because of the damp conditions. He's struggling with grip, and that's Apex going down the inside. Oh, actually, PS probably let him through. I know these are mates, so PS will not want to hold them. His team is, well, not teammate, but they know each other, so he'll want to help him out as much as he can. And Apex now is going to be on the back of Andy Ring, as Wes actually gets ahead of Andy Ring and back up to P4. Turbo Sphinx, looking back on him, 6 seconds behind. I don't think it's quite worked out for him, unfortunately. He's been overtaken again by EBM. It's unfortunate to see that, because he almost played a masterful strategy, but on this game the weather can calm down so quick, so I don't blame him for doing that. Like, it could have been absolutely wet as hell on the safety car restart, but it's still damp. It's not raining too bad, and I still think it's a couple of laps out yet until it's into conditions. Andy Ring just backs off. Bit of interesting internet to be fair from Apex. Looking back at front, Jack's still holding him behind in P3. We've not seen him for a while. He's been on those hard tyres, of course, so there hasn't been much of a gain. He doesn't really have the pace right now until maybe about lap 10, lap 12, when he can stop the drop off and start to take that pace. But by that time, I think the Inter's really tired together. And that is, it's into the pits. That looks early. That looks very early. The track does not look that wet. And is Jack going to go for a move into the lead here? Coming into turn 1. Round the outside, I think he's slightly too far back, but he's trying it. No, he's dropped back in. Is that... It's Wolf onto Winters. I mean, it's a gamble, but I think this is too early. I think this is going to take him out of the race. Out of the race for the lead here. I don't think it's that wet. And Turbo's still dropping off. Turbo dropping about 6 seconds in the last lap. I don't think that's the right call there from Ferrari man down in P14 now, fighting for that lead position, that net lead position. Mike's also just got past, he's back to the P7, ahead of those Williams boys, and Apex is all over the rear again of Wes. I mean, Apex right now will have so much superior grip because those tyres will be optimal, they'll probably be optimal condition, like temperature and stuff, so he'll have loads of grip. But say for Jack and Wes, obviously with the harder compound, the tyres just can't keep their heat, and it's going to really cause them to have a lot of understeer, especially on a track like this. They're going to be really struggling. There's still no pit, no one coming to the pits yet. But with Wes flashing, even though he's got DRS, I think this may be an overtake into turn 1. Yes, it is. Apex keeps up to P3 on those softs, right at the back. I told you he's going to have such superior grip. And I think John's made a mistake here because Apex is doing an unbelievable job from where he is right now, and he's going to be trying to come through the field now up to the lead. Crazy racing man. I think Kinneon spoiled it in chat. It's Wolf actually getting ahead of EBM in this box to into time now, so maybe it's going back to them. Yeah, that's not a good. I don't see the core of boxing for Inters right now, especially if you're on the lead. You want to play it safe. There's no really need to risk it. And Jack's actually got a poor exit, and this is going to be Apex going down the inside. I think Jack will just give this one up. Yeah, as he has. He can get DRS now anyway, so it's not too big of a loss. Wes just hanging on as well with DRS, which is nice to see. All these top runners though have got very little battery. Literally no one's got a bigger battery. Is Jack going to go from the move down the straight? That's the question. On them hard tyres, he's looking for it. He's looking for it. John's been lapped. Well, okay. John's pitted and he's now lapped. He's on to hards. And he's actually lapped. But he hasn't. He's just ghosting. That's unfortunate to see from him today, after such a great result last weekend as well. like still holding that P8. I think he's dropped behind Showy, but he's on those 11 lap pole pads, and he's going to be struggling with pace right now. And considering he's holding on, I think this is still a really respectable performance. Actually now, MJ is the manager for Tier 3, so it's nice to see him in the points for sure this week again. Going back on board with Jack. I think actually, Apex's tyres have definitely got up. So he's now very similar pace with Jack. He's not really gaining them that much. But Jack's actually, I feel like he's pulling back up to the back of Dergos back. Still not boxing. He's going to go on to lap 20 now. We only have 12 laps to go. Still no pit stop. I mean, at this point, is it worth Turbo just pitting onto a fresh set of softs? Like something he's down on P13. The only way he's going to get saved in this race basically is soft tire, I'm guessing. Good to see you still here, Kenyon. I hope to see you in that racing next week, man. It's very unfortunate the way it's turned out for you, mate. That's the VSC. Okay. Right, this could be interesting. So are we going to see anyone do a bold move in box turns? Because you're going to lose so much less time boxing on the VSC. That's actually Turbo having more issues on the tyres. People, I think, coming off the inters now and going on to dries. No, Turbo's back onto inters. Okay. I mean, I think he had to box. I don't think he's going to bring them to the end, but I want to see if anyone does go for inters right now, because especially the likes of Dergos are going to have to pit again. So, is it worth pitting now? This is a real big dilemma for him, because he's going to have, I'm guessing he's going to have to pit, because he cannot do 24 laps on the tyres, there's no way. Is it the right move to box now? And is it inters or drive? And he's coming in, he is going to come in. Jack's staying out, obviously, on this hard, because he can technically make it to the end. Everyone behind him, really. So has Jack just made a mistake? What are people coming on to? It's inters with Dergos. He's risked it, and the Red Bull's had to double stack slightly, and that's inters as well for Apex. Where's Wes going on to? Wes is going softs. Wes is going softs to the end, so Wes is taking the ultimate gamble here, I feel. I mean, if it was me, I would have boxed onto a set of softs. The track does not look that wet. So I'm surprised by that. And now we've got Showy under Williams up to P2. So he, out of all this, has got up to P2. And he's going to be able to, I think, bring those tyres to the end of the race. This is unreal. I mean, the grid is so mixed up right now. I mean, Jack, obviously, his tyres will be dead at the end. But if it doesn't rain that much in the next couple laps, he's going to be gaining. And he is going to be in the lead by a long shot. So we need to just keep tabs on the lap times from Dergos and what he's looking like in relation to Weezboy. Weezboy, I feel, is actually gaining as well. He is. He's got more grip. Not by that much, but he's got more grip in his softs. Yeah, look at this superior grip on the corner. I think, you know what? I don't want to say it too early, but this may have been an unbelievable call by Weezboy. An absolute blunder by the two Red Bull drivers. Actually, you know what? It's Wolves. I know he's a long way back, but he's also on the softs. So if he can bring these tyres to the end, and it just stays like these conditions, he's still got a chance at it. He's still got a chance of maybe bringing it back to a really good position. And that's, who's that in? Andy Ring. Is that Andy Ring? Andy Ring's in. Off his old mediums, he's boxed. I feel like it's a lap late there, but I mean, the softs do look quicker. I think the inter drives, unless it goes dry very wet really quickly, it's not going to happen for them. And that's actually yellow flag in the first sector. I don't know who that is round. Looks like it's gone very quickly, so maybe like a half spin. It's very weird conditions, this though. I've not seen these kind of conditions in a while. And it's catching drives out and really proving to be an interesting race. All about strategy and taking that risk. It's turboing again, so he knows those things are not the right call. I'm presuming he's going to go softs. Has to be. medium. He's going to go to mediums, so that's fair enough. The int is just not good. Yeah. Weeze Boy pulled 4 seconds to Durgo's lap, so yeah, I think Jack's really secured this. I can't see Jack throwing this. No, Mike, is that you in? Okay, it's not Mike in. Oh my god, I had a heart attack. Mike needs to stay out to the end. He has to stay out to the end here. He's P3. He needs to just risk it to the end. I think he's also going to still have a chance on the Williams ahead. Because Williams ahead, yeah, it's just really good pressure. Once again, though, I mean, Alfa Romeo, out of nowhere, P3 and 4. Yeah, it is unreal by them. I think it's well with. What is everyone on actually? Yeah, we've got Jack, Mike, and Weeze Boy have all gone to drive, not all the same call. So, definitely showing the person close to that decision from down the 3 guys. But we see a move here with Mike as well. He's really gaining on the Williams ahead. Actually, Wes is all over the back. He's like game. Oh no! Oh, he's faded pits. Interesting. This will be Mike through, I think. Cheers for the follow. That's Mike through to P2, and that's yellow flags in the final sector. And that's Williams off. It's Apex. It's Apex. No, it's oh my god! It's Durgos Vap. Durgos Vap's round. The old leader. I'm pretty sure. He's out. And that's TTV Syndical out as well. Is that going to be a safety car or is that in the pit? I think that's in the pits, actually. I think that's in the pits. They're off onto soft, but he's throwing the race. He's throwing the race away. Absolutely throwing the race away. It's Wolves with that mistake onto Winters. Is also even in P8. I mean, yeah, Durgos has thrown this race away, and so is Apex, I feel. Apex is dropping time. Hand over fist. And now Wes, in half a lap, has gained 2.5 seconds. He's going to go. He's going to try and make the move, a little bit of contact with that just extra superior grip. He's going to go for the dive bomb. No, he's not. He's going to sit behind right now, and that's the Williams going around. And it's, oh my god, that was lucky from him. Lucky there was a ghost there, and that's really unfortunate to see them Williams spin there because he's going to now be under a bit of threat from the driver behind that Andy Ring and it's Wolf. And just, I mean, yeah, 2 Alfa Romeo drivers. Go head to head. I'm presuming though Mike will just let this one go. He doesn't need to fight this. This could be a double podium for Alfa Romeo. I'm pretty sure Alfa Romeo's first ever double podium. And considering Jack's pace this weekend and the strategy call is held up. No! Oh! Weeze Boy's made a mistake. As I was on board with him, Weeze Boy made a mistake coming through, and he's got back onto track, and he's lost about 6-7 seconds, and he's now got the Williams already back on him. That's really unfortunate to see by him. And he's going to do all that work again to get back in that toe of Mike's. To be fair, Tito, weren't you the one who said that there was going to be like a mix of the race? I mean, it's not exactly raining like into conditions, but it's still like really changeable. So I wouldn't say you're that wrong. Like the conditions have like suited what you said, but obviously the predictions and conditions are a little bit off. I think Jack's got this secured though now, especially with Wes going round. That's an incident for the Aston Martin EBN, who's actually sat on the track not moving. This is not like good to see. We do not want to see a safety car. Okay. I mean, it's good to see that he didn't just sit. Oh, and that's... Yeah, okay, that's not... I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that's a VSC because I did not want people to ruin their races, but that is, yeah. That's what you call someone just being an idiot. Why would you crash out like that? It doesn't make me understand. Just DNF in the pits for the lap behind. I don't get why people do that. Just causing yourself more issues to do with penalty points in the future. Race penalty. It's just, anyway, moving on from that. It's still only a VSC, so I only think maybe we're going to see Apex Capes in the pits if you can get round in time. Iceman really caught up as well. I mean, at this point now, Apex might just be better holding out. I mean, that's all he really can do. I think if he can maybe grab a P6, it'll be for him if he can stay ahead of its rules. DRS is back enabled now. The only close battle right now actually is load pit. The only close battle right now is actually Andy Ring getting onto the back of Apex Capes. This would be a P5 I think. He's going to grab the DRS off the car of Iceman, who's actually, I mean, technically everyone's going to go on position, so up to the 7-7, we've got points right now. Andy Ring really gaining now on the Red Bull of Apex Capes. Coming out of sector 1, is he going to go for a dive? I think he might do. No, he's going to hold back. Try and get a good exit now. Good exit speed. Oh, he's slightly squirrely on the exit. He's going to have to sit behind. Look, Apex does not have any battery. I doubt he's going to be able to hold on for another lap, really. That's slightly wide, though. What I'm surprised by, actually, is not many warning. I've not seen many penalties. Clearly, I just have a skill issue. I think 6 seconds left. What I was doing yesterday. It's good to see, though. I think racing has been really clean for the most part. There have been some issues, especially with the conditions being all over the shop. Andy Ring trying to hold DRS. I think he might do, but that's Apex trying to hold down the inside. But that's a nice switch back from Andy Ring, and Apex Capes is just going to have to see that position. He does not have the superior pace, and that is actually Apex in the pits. I'm very surprised about that because he's going to drop his 8th place now. He could have maybe held off the Ferrari. And Dergos P9, he's going to be pushing like hell to catch after a disastrous strategy. While this has all been happening, Lee's boys got ahead of Mike, and I'm presuming now we'll just be trying to hold that position to the end of the race and secure that'd be a P1 and P2 first 2 races. Unbelievable stuff from him, and I'm pretty sure that he will regain championship lead because Jack had got no points in race 1, so he will be on 18 and 14, if I remember. Yeah, so he'll be on 28, 30, so he'll be on 32 points, and Jack will be on 18, so yeah, still got a really nice gap in the lead for the championship, and Mike with these points as well, still on DRS. I think, to be fair, at this point, actually might not be that bad if Wes just holds him in DRS the rest of the race, because unless he can go for fastest lap, it's not really much pushing, and he just needs to keep Mike extending that gap on the Williams with Showy behind, who's almost had a brilliant race. Let's actually go on to let's go on to position change. Jack obviously held that lead from pole position. Unbelievable stuff from him, and he's really dominated this race ever since the strategy call was made to stay on them hard. Which has definitely been the right decision. And he's 24 seconds almost ahead of Lee's boy in the Alfa Romeo in P2, who's gained 4. Mike took 12 positions. 12 positions, and he's in P3. I think he's 100% a driver of the day contender with Showy, for sure. But I mean, I think from what I've seen, Mike is just being on point the entire race. No mistakes. He's just been right there, and yeah, see, Wes is just slowing down to give DRS. This is brilliant team work by the Alfa Romeo, just securing that team result. Should keep them in the lead of the championship. P5, we have another brilliant race from Andy Wing. It was probably 6 spots and it's Wolf's drop down. But the thing is, from here, it's just strategies, blundered strategies. Mitch, Wolf, Dergos, Vat, Pias, and Apex Capes, and John. Which is really unlucky to see, and that's actually in Haas off. Elias having to take to the grass, presumable spin there in the damp conditions. Jack is about to start his penultimate lap. Holding my gap to the guy behind. Just the way to get out of the way, that's good for them. Mike should be able to hold on now. I don't think there's any risk behind unless he makes a very large mistake. Let's actually go back on board with Dergos Vap, who's actually been fighting now for the P6 position on the final couple of laps. So let's stay on board with him. I think he will get it with penalties anyway. Let's go on to penalties. Yeah, he will, because it's Wolf's got a 3 second, but you never know. You want to get on track in case you get it removed, because it's very easy to get penalties around here for stupid reasons. Like that. Just a bit of chance there. Is he going to have a go into turn 1 here? I'm guessing he will. Looks like, yeah, he's got a nice exit there. He's only 3/10 behind the Ferrari man of its Wolves. He's trying to break slipstream, but this is going to be such an easy move, and he's going down the inside, and that's up the P6. Honestly, it's been a brilliant recovery drive for him, and he gain 3 seconds to Andy Ring, because he is on them tyres that are two laps younger, and he's got such superior pace right now, so it's going to be a good one to watch that to the end of the race. Going to be Dergos Vap. Also, I mean, I think Apex and Pias. Has Pias got a 5 second LD? No, okay, they haven't. So Iceman will get dropped down. So John right now is in the final point position on them hards, 13 laps. We're looking back and front. Jack onto his final lap of the race now, 26 seconds ahead of Louise Boy. All that stuff he said about winning this race and everything. I mean, people said, you know, he's a little bit arrogant, which I'm not gonna lie, may have been, but he has shown it tonight. He's shown levels. He's shown levels of. I'm not even being funny. He's shown levels like tier 2 top pace, which is really good to see from him. Being strong in CRF4, winning that race, and then strong here in CRF3. I think he's going to win this. He's going to win this race unless he makes a massive mistake on the final lap. Just taking it very easy now to the end of the race. Just going to also go back on board with Dergos Vap. He's 1.2 behind now, so he's gained 2 seconds on that lap. This is going to be a battle to try and watch if we can. We want to see the leader finish the race now. It's a mistake by Dergos Vap. He's going to lose a couple of tenths now. He's going to have to gain that all back on the final lap. Pias is also. Apex keeps 9 tenths behind, so that's also another one. The 2 Rebels are going to be trying to make a move on the final lap. And it's Wolves getting another 3 seconds on the final lap. But Jack is going to come around the final corner. He's the man to watch. He's going to win the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. Unbelievable performance by him, and it's going to be a 27 gap. Well deserved by the Ferrari man of Jack. Congratulations to him. Wheeze Boy 27 seconds behind. He's actually made a mistake. I don't believe this. Dergos Vap, we need to go on board with Dergos Vap. He's going to go for a move on the final lap. He's 1/10 behind. He's looking for that move. Mike might actually secure a P. Okay, I think they've switched around. That's very nice of Mike. That's a lot of respect. And actually, this will be really close. This will be a 3-way battle. This is going to be a 3-way battle on the final lap. Coming down to the final 2 corners, there are going to be any dive bombs. Andy Ring's looking for it, but none of them want to go for a move. There's just no grip right now. Weezboy gets that P2. I think Mike might have let him through, but it's going to be a drag race into the line. Is the Williams going to hold for a P4? I think he is. He is. And that's contact over the line, but it's that. It goes Showy, Andy Ring, and Durgos Fab. Is Apex Capes going to do anything? I think yes, he has. He's got ahead of Pias. Apex Capes takes also into P7, and he just pips by 8 1,000ths. It's fourth to the line, and Pias just misses out on a P8. And then it will be P10 for John, finishing the race up. Unless he's got very large penalties. No, he's fine. So that's P10 for John, salvaging some points in the end, but it's all eyes on Jack. Unbelievable race win. Another race win here at Imola to finish off the race. And it's nice to see as well, 15 drivers, 14 drivers that Iceman. Out of the 19 that started realistically, finishing the race after such a difficult race for all them drivers in the wet/dry conditions. Just no grip on the track. Showy gets driver of the day on the game, but from a commentator's side of it, I have to give that to Mike. I mean, he had P2 technically there, and I think he gave the position up to Weezboy because he made a slight mistake, which is very respectful from him. Very respectful of him, and it's good to see the two Alfa Romeos up on the podium, and that will be all Ferrari power engines actually on the podium. We'll go through the final order now. So Jack wins the race from pole. Unbelievable performance by him with that strategy. And Weezboy and Mike come P2 and P3 for Alfa Romeo. In P4, Showy from P19 on the grid. That's unreal. Unbelievable race from Showy, and just proving that strategy worked out well for him. Andy Ring in P5 with Durgos Fat dropping down to P6. Apex Capes salvages P7 with that fastest lap point. P8 is at Swolz, P9 Pias, P10 Iceman, and going through the rest of the grid we have John, the 7-7s, Adrian, Elias, and everyone else, I think, retired. No, actually, Turbo did finish. Unfortunate for Turbo. I think it's seeing him finish the race, though. It's nice to see that he just kept on going to the end of the race, as most people wouldn't have done that. EB4N in P16, P17. You know, in fact, I need to just quickly do this so we don't lose any of this. Go. I hope someone's got. Oh, that'll do. Almost lost it. We will be back. I'm presuming if people do race interviews, we'll be back for race interviews. But thank you for watching CRF3 here on a Monday. Just to let you know, for the future, we have CRF. We have CRF4 actually. Will be streaming on a Thursday most likely at 8 BST, and that'll be a 50% race this week. We will be doing also CRF2 at 7:30 BST most likely this weekend. Obviously, I think we've got the Grand Prix on, but I think I don't know what the plans are for that. But for now, 7:30 BST, that should be streamed as well. So come on, watch that. And then obviously the big one around, and these will be around Spain, but the big one, 7:30 BST, Tier 1 on the Sunday. Be sure to come and check us out then for some awesome racing. Goodbye for now, but we will be sure to come back for some post-race interviews. Hello and welcome back to the CRF3 interviews. Starting with Francesco, it's Wolf in the race in the Ferrari. I mean, you had some ups and downs in that race. Can you just take us through that one?
Yeah, good start. Obviously, normally I do very bad in qualifying, but on one run I managed to get P4 somehow. Yeah, good start. Very good pace. Had some fights with my teammates. Obviously, too much safety cars in the beginning. You don't always want a lot in the beginning of the race, and I thought it was going to rain. And during one safety car, I put it on pause because I was trying to message my teammate, and it just randomly pitted me on inters. And yeah, rain never came down. And yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
basically my race was ruined.
yeah. I mean, the conditions definitely were very odd. I haven't seen something like that in a long while. So I mean, I don't think it was down to you. I think it was just very unlucky with how the conditions turned out in the end without them actually going into conditions. Moving on to Spain though. Do you like that track? Do you think you suit it, and do you reckon you can get a better result there?
Yeah, both of us, I think definitely. I think Ferrari throughout the whole season will be favorites to win the races. So especially Spain, a track I'm very decent at with the new layout. I really like it, and I think we will do good.
For sure, for sure. Um, could you give us 3 words to describe your race? Finally,
3 words.
yeah, 3 words.
Really bizarre. Two is enough.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Thank you very much. Nice race. Unfortunate with the
Yeah,
result,
thank
but
you.
yeah. See you next week, mate.
Yeah, see you. Have fun.
Moving on to our race winner, Jack. I mean, what an unbelievable race. Well, very. It was very close at the start, to be fair, but after that, very dominant. After the rain started, and with your competitors obviously boxing for those inters and you staying on them hards, really did help you. But I honestly think you had that in the bag the whole race with your pace. So, congratulations. Can you take us through that?
For start, thank you. But towards the end, I was struggling quite a bit with the old hards. But at the start, I made a few mistakes, which wasn't too bad. Kept P3. Then safety cars and gambled the hards. Then yeah, stayed out because I didn't think it was gonna rain that much, and it paid off. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good to see, and I mean, I think in the end the conditions really did help you out. It was definitely a risk from I think from both sides. Really, you never knew which way it was going to go, but you obviously made the right call, and that just paid dividends to the end. So good job, nice win, and that's going to really push you up the standings for the next for the championship. And I don't know where you'll be, but I think you'll be third, maybe second. Considering obviously you didn't score last race, but you're going to definitely be up there and fighting for that championship. I think in both championships, Ferrari does look very strong, as Francesco said. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how you do this season. Moving on to Spain, do you like that track more than here? I mean, I know you were so dominant around here, but do you think you can have any better pace there?
well, I think I have a chance of winning, but I'm not gonna say that much this week
Yeah,
in case something bad happens.
yeah, yeah. And finally, moving on, can you give us 3 words to describe your race?
Weird, fun, and exciting.
Thank you very much, mate. We'll be sure to see you next week battling up there.
Cheers.
Moving on to John. I mean, I'd love to say ups and downs, but yeah, I mean, you did still. I think you will still get a point, but it's unfortunate in the end. I think the result didn't show the pace you had in that race, but I think from your side, I'm presuming it's just like moving on and moving on to Spain. But can you just take us through that race for me?
Yes, that was a very weird, very weird race. As you can see, very ups and downs, very many, too many ups and downs. I can say I had the pace. not in qualifying, as I qualified 8th, I think. But the last 10 laps with my heart, I had the pace. I think that was faster than Apex. So if anything could go well and according to my plan, I could finish in the top 5. But that was a very weird race, as I said earlier. I had too many contacts with other guys in the first laps with Turbo Sphinx, I think, like Russell and Hamilton in Qatar. Hit me from behind. I came in the track from out of bounds. I put I were intermediates in the wrong time. I think intermediates weren't really needed. You could race the whole race with slicks. That was tricky, and unfortunately, I finished 11th. So, if any penalty applies to me, it doesn't really matter. No points for me anyway. The fun story is my own teammate who didn't race at all was ghost the whole race. He was ghost the whole race. Finished ahead of me, 10th. That's all.
I think, to be fair, I think he won't. So I think you'll probably inherit that position, and considering the penalties behind, I think you will actually inherit P1 even with like if you got 5 or 10 seconds. So I think you will actually end up scoring a point. As Iceman, as he was in AI literally the whole race, I think he won't be counted in the points. But yeah, I mean, at least you get a point off that, and on to next race. Do you like Spain? Do you think you're going to be able to have a better performance there? I'm sure you are.
According to the previous games, F1 22 and 21, I had some decent pace. I haven't raced yet in Spain. No time trials, I think, or maybe a time trial before 4 months ago. Anyway, I'm excited for that track. I think we will have a very decent battles there. As I see, a lot of guys have good times in time trials. So, just to answer your question, yes, I'm excited for the track for next Monday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And finally, if you can, could you give us 3 words to describe your race today?
Definitely weird. Definitely. Fun. And what else? And I don't know. Nothing comes up right now.
It's all right. It's all right. 2 words is fine. 2 words is fine.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, mate. And I will be sure to see you
Cheers,
next
mate.
week battling up there.
Yes, sure. Cheers.
Andy Ring, are you available?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with you now, mate. I mean, another brilliant race from you. I mean, you came back from, I think it was 11th on the grid up to about 5th or 6th.
I think it was 5th. I finished in the end.
5th, yeah. I mean, unbelievable race again from you. I mean, you were always up there, and the strategy paid off for you very well. And I think you just finished behind the Williams up to the line, which is very unfortunate. But I mean, it's definitely something to be proud of, that performance from you. Can you just take us through it?
Yeah, it was very close at the end. There was 3 of us going for 4th, but the Williams just had enough grip at the end. But no, it was a tough race. It was strategy sort of went out the window. You've seen a few people going on to Inters, and I just thought there's no point in following what they're doing. I may as well go the opposite. And the track just didn't really get, although it was raining, it just didn't get wet. It was very strange. Went onto the softs and was making up a lot of time on the slicks. So sort of saved my race.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that obviously will have helped your race. But I think ultimately, throughout your race, I'm thinking both races, your race pace has just been awesome, and it's been really nice to watch you just cutting through the pack really this season. So well done on that one. Moving on to Spain, do you think you can have another good performance there? Maybe look for some even possibly higher points, or what's your view on Spain?
I'm hoping so. Spain, it's another tricky one. I think it's it suits us all a bit better since they've taken that awful chicane out at the end. But it's still a tricky track. But yeah, hoping for consistent times again. Try and get up there and do what I've done the last couple of weeks. And if something better comes along, like a podium, that'd be great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And finally, how would you describe your race in 3 words?
Oof. I have to agree with the other two boys. Very weird and tough, but again, exciting. I suppose.
Anyway, mate, that was a brilliant race from you, and we hope to see you there next week around the track of Spain. So see you then, mate. Hopefully, you're fighting up there.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, see you then.
Mate. Moving on to Mike, P3 could have been P2 technically, but I do respect the decision to just drop behind Weezboy in the end, obviously for the championship. But overall, unbelievable race coming up the field and actually getting possibly your first podium in CRF.
You were correct. First podium in CRF. My best race in CRF. Just had a really good pace today, and I had to give the points to Weezboy for 2 reasons. One, the championship, because he's a contender, and I'm sort of the support, and I'm happy with that. He's quicker. That's fair enough. But also on top of that, he directed setup tonight, and setup was bang on. Pit strategy, he had the right idea to stay out on the dries because he saw that the track wasn't getting wet. So fair play. Like, I do owe a lot of the result tonight to him. So I think he definitely deserved that P2 over me. Yeah, he was much quicker, of course, than me as well. But I'm just thrilled to be on the podium, thrilled to get a really good result. It's been a good start to the season, 2 points finishes, and I just want to keep that up and keep getting good points.
Very, very wholesome. Can I just ask a question? When you were in the VC, was it like a bit of like a discussion between you, Wes, and Jack about this? Because I said that in the stream. So did you guys like make that decision on the spot?
I'm not sure Jack spoke to us too much during the race. I don't remember him. He was in the chat at one point, so he may have heard some of me and Weezboy's conversation, but he didn't comment much, and he may have, to be honest, I think he'd left it by then anyway. I think there was obviously a couple of drivers that saw what was happening, and I was confused myself because I kept asking my engineer, what's the weather, what's the tyres, what's going on? And he was just saying dries. And yeah, so I don't think, I mean, Jack can tell you if he was influenced by our conversation, but I don't think he was there when we were chatting it. And but yeah, I'm just so delighted with the result. You just got to enjoy this, enjoy them when they come. Spain next week, hopefully get another good result. Then I'm away 2 weeks, which I'm going to be gutted. I'm like going to try and convince my wife to let me take my Xbox to the States. It's not going to happen, but and I'd be on controller, so I'd be useless anyway. But
anyway, I'm presuming, do you like Spain as a track, or do you like it more than Imola, or what's the story on that?
I like it more than Imola. I was never very good at it until F122, and weirdly I did get good at it, for no reason that I can identify. And I enjoy it even more on this game because of the change in the final corner configuration. So it's a very fun track, and but I suspect I'm not the only one that's very good at that track. Looking at time trials, so I'm expecting a tough race to get in the points, but hopefully it comes together like today.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And finally, could you describe your race in 3 words?
Weird, weather, and podium.
Thank you very much. Great race today, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
On to Wes, the final person we have spoken to on the podium, P2. Almost lost it at the end, obviously, Mike gave you that, but I mean, honestly,
Yes.
well, I mean, to be fair, well-deserved podium there, getting P2 from P5 or P6, and you just, I mean, showcased one great strategy, but as Mike said, calling the shots there, but I mean, I think your pace really showed in the race. I think maybe qualifying you were struggling a bit more, but I'm presuming you set the setup a little bit more for the race, and that just showed dividends.
Yeah, personally, we gambled on the intermediate setup. I have a couple setups for every race. And we gambled, and it has 40 and 46, 64 wings, so it's very high on the straights, just almost as slow as fuck. But we gambled on it, and at the end it paid off because it was a little bit slippery in my personal preference, and yeah, it's a great setup, great calls. I made the only mistake I made was going to the softs on the end and not to the mediums. And yeah, my teammate helped me. Great race, great strategy. Nothing more to say about it.
For sure, man. Great result from both the Alfa Romeos, and I think that will also extend the championship lead for the Alfa Romeos. And I mean, it's looking brilliant from last season. Absolutely looking brilliant for Alfa Romeo, and I hope they do push off. But obviously, you do have that those contentions of the Ferraris and Red Bulls. They do look very quick this season, so we'll see how it goes throughout the season. Looking on to Spain, do you like that track?
I fucking hate it. I prefer Monaco in full wet about Spain. I don't know. I personally hate the track. So yeah, next week points will be the goal.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll still see a good race from you. And I hope we see you up there again next week. And same for Mike. Really, I really do hope the Alfa Romeos from last season do have a good championship this year. And it's going well at the moment, but as we know, things can change. So I hope it does keep on going like this. Moving on to
because
yeah, go on.
Yeah, because when Mike was P3 and P4, I was P2. I was deciding if Mike was going to battle. I was going to sacrifice my podium for him because yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah,
he was starting P16 and then P3. Amazing drive.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he did have a great race. I was watching him through the whole thing, and he was unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, it's big thumbs up for the team, and great points for both of you. Anyway, and just to describe your race in 3 words:
Alfa Romeo are back. Double podium.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week, mate. That'll be rounding off the interviews for the CRF3 race. Be sure, as I said, to join us back here for CRF4, most likely on Thursday at 8 BST. And then for Tier 2 at 7:30 BST on Saturday, and on Sunday, the big one, Tier 1, for 7:30 BST. Be sure to come and join for that with some of YT's incredible commentary.